This video feels vulnerable to be making and to be speaking to this topic, and yet it's here, coming through, and feels important. And so my intention is to do so carefully and with reverence. I am not indigenous to this land in which I sit. I do not represent anyone or any culture but myself. I do not speak for or know any or share any ritual from another culture. I am here as myself, as a privileged being in this current paradigm based on my ancestry and gender. Sitting with this land here that we call Appalachia, that ancestors of mine and some of us from this dominant cultural paradigm once came from a land far away from this one, and to the ones who lived here, there was brutality and lies and violence, and this sense, this sickness that was moved through, that made its way through human beings, causing greed over human life and decency. And I'm here with the trees and the land itself now, who have been here longer than all this unfolding, and who hold the codes and the remembrance of how it was before. Because this is the time now, after all of that, where so much suffering continues to play out from this wash of darkness that made its way through the human beings into pain and suffering for so many, and that is currently still the highest operators of the system. And here we are, we who say no to that, and yes to the heart, to love, to a new story that we get to tell, that we get to step into and co-create with the land, with the trees, with each other, and the perspectives that have been shut down and lost. And so, with this breath, I make contact as I am, imperfectly, with this land and with these trees and with the soul and spirit of the ones who came before, if that is acceptable. Humble and acknowledging the ways in which there has been a great taking. And my question, how do we give? How do I turn that around and give? And I'm feeling and seeing and sensing in my third eye, in my visionary space, codes and trees and love and being embraced by trees. And grief, deep, deep grief, and joy of celebration of yes, finally, relief of what's coming. That this new age, we are rising to choose a different way. I invite us, this is what's coming in now, to be today with a tree, the oldest tree you can find. Any tree will do though, because trees pass knowledge to each other. They hold the codes. And ask the tree, as I am asking these ones now, what do you hold from the indigenous, from the ones who came before? And if you are indigenous watching this, the neighbors are laughing. May there be joy on this land once again. Hey, I'm recording. I'll be back in a second. My friend owns this land as per the cultural rules that we've imposed upon this place. And it's complicated. And there's heart. While working within this paradigm, there's heart in doing our best to acknowledge and to feel deeply and to breathe up the codes of what was lost because we need it. Thank you for being with me today. And thank you for being willing to feel this. I love you. Please forgive me.